Okay, I'll pick up where we are on point number 3, an overview of the case study. Essentially, Otto pretty much introduced that. We were a little more than halfway through the U.S. DOL grant. It was a $1.2 million grant. There was only 64 of these grants given out throughout the country, so we were very fortunate to get that. And they were, the public policy behind that was to build areas of excellence in targeted technologies. And they probably had about 8 or 10 around the country. We proposed GIS, we're funded, and from that was our commitment to basically meet 4 goals of the grant. So what we decided to do is we received an invitation to attend this symposium held at Oxford University called the Oxford Roundtable. Not sure how we got invited, but it's must be people that maybe we were on their short list, I'm not sure. But we did get the invitation, we accepted. Off the record, it was very expensive, so we paid for that ourselves as a vacation, family vacation, to go over there. And based on the themes in that particular roundtable, and over there at Oxford during the summer, they have multiple roundtables going on. We interacted with one with women's studies, women's literature. So there was like 4 or 5 of them going on there. So anyway, the theme of this one was innovation and education, so pretty broad. So we decided to do something that would fit into what the college is doing, which is the GIS mid-year, midterm evaluation, which you have to do anyway. So a decision was made after consulting with Art and Otto. We would do a case study, formal case study. And for those of you who know how to do that, that's a format. It's a research-based format that requires certain steps and certain things to be done. And we would do it around an evaluation of the program. So we'd be able to send evaluative data back to Washington on where we were. And also there's a dissemination requirement for these grants. And so any presentations you do, including the one we did over there, and probably this one, Otto, I guess we can record this and we can count this for dissemination, especially as it would relate, though, to other colleges, because there is kind of an obligation that when you get funding from this source, you have to share what you've developed. That's why they do it that way. So they would expect other colleges that are interested in GIS to come in, and we would share that our new curricula with them. So that's how we ended up doing this. It was really we haven't done formal research in a long time. It's been a long time since I've done a case study, and they're mostly the ones most people just read the abstract anyway. You know how that all works. So you have a copy of the abstract, by the way, in the blue paper. Anybody that wants an entire copy of the case history for light reading, let me know. We have that. But the abstract is there. And make a long story short, you can read what's there. We did exceedingly well on all 4 of the goals. The 4 goals, for the record, are model, so that we could develop courses. We did that. We had consultants coming in. One of our Beacon's scholars, Dr. Potts from NJIT, our State Technology Institute, was a key person early on in helping to design the course, the curricula, and things like that. We, through Otto's project leadership, we developed an advisory group, which is a standard procedure in this area for experts to advise us on the design. The second goal was to create instruction, to create courses and give instruction in this area. We did very well there. We've created a number of courses. They're listed in the grant, and I think we developed 5 GIS courses. Otto, am I right on that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a geography course. And we've really begun to. We have now a core for, I guess, art. Would we call it an option here? Would it go that far? In this area in just 3 years, less than 3 years. So we have a core of courses. That was one a key thing, objective. So we met that. Those courses were developed sooner than actually the benchmarks required. An interesting one, another one, the third one, is to integrate GIS components into other curricula. That was a real interesting goal, and we looked at those courses, and they're very interesting. They went from intro to Calculus 3. There's a criminal justice program, earth science, homeland security, a wide range of non-GIS courses, general education courses or career programs, have components of GIS into them. That was highly interesting. And the final one was to establish a pipeline for GIS studies, starting with the K through 12 in the high schools in our two, actually, this went beyond, I think, this was a 4-county area, correct? It wasn't just Atlantic and Cape, it was a southern New Jersey grant. So to develop that pipeline in the K-12 and in the targeted area, and we exceeded that. I'll tell you the numbers that amaze me most, and they still do. We had projected after the first 2 years, and again, part of that time is developing the courses, that we would have 430 students. And when we put the when we offered that introduction, we had so many non-GIS majors, non-CIS majors taking it. We were over 5,000 students that took these courses. So it was kind of amazing that before the grant was even over, the enrollment exceeded that much in this field. So it shows you the high demand. The symposium was very interesting over there. It's very structured. As you know, in a symposium, there are no observers. If you're at a symposium, you present to the other member. So everybody takes their turn, and it's critiqued in that way, and that's considered with a regular symposium. Traditionally, in symposia, there is a record of the minutes and of what was related there, and that's being done through the Oxford Roundtable. I thought the case study approach worked well. I'd like to thank Grant. Is Grant the song here? Okay, Grant. Thank you for your help with the literature review. We had to do our own literature review to substantiate what the grant proposal did, which we did, and we thank you for that, Grant. And if anybody's interested in anything like that, that's also part of it. It's certainly in the references of the case study. So our consensus was that the grant exceeded